We will be discussing about food chain, food cycle, food chain, food cycle. That means food cycle here we will learn about food web as well. And then types of interaction among organisms. So what the different type of interactions are parasitism, mutualism, commensalism. You can see here one structure, look at here the diagram. So this is water community. Here many more organisms are connected. Fish, water, soil, lotus, water boatman, a kind of plant, pond skater, frog, snail, kingfisher, sunlight, dragonfly. See, this is the community of this water. What happens? There are some biotic factors. Some are biotic factors. What are the biotic factors? What are the biotic factors? Fish, pond skater, lotus, snail, frog, kingfisher, dragonfly. What are these? Biotic factors. What are the biotic factors? Snail, how is the biotic factor? Soil, water, sunlight. These are abiotic factors. So, what is water boatman? Water boatman. Now we can find out easily. If any confusion, Waterboatman. Came? Did it come or not? Is a type of aquatic insect. Aquatic insect belonging to the family Corexidae. They are known for their distinctive swimming style. Water bottom means I think they can swim in a very lovely way. That is a biotic component. Water boatman, right? These are the structures of water boatman. It looks like this. Okay? It can swim, it can move in that way. Is it okay? Water boatman. Okay, children. Son means non-living thing is a biotic component. Living things are biotic. Son is living, maybe non-living. Oh, he done. He done. Okay. We completed that chapter also. Now she is still confused whether living or non-living. This pen is living or non-living. Yeah. We discussed mainly four type of non-living things about factors. One is sun, another soil, another water, another air. Sometimes air also comes near to you. Living. Nistara, don't be confused. Otherwise, Desara will be very angry. Tu rara raya. Nistara, Desara. Okay, Deepak bhai. Okay. So ecosystem. Who was the first person to use the word ecosystem? Easy Tansley. And community. Community is the combined form of organism and environment. So this community is different. When you go in water, next is different. Yesterday I gone to visit Tarakeswar temple. There was another community. Environmental organisms differ from one to another. Okay, children, how do you define ecosystem? Eco. Here is very easy definition. What is that? The relationship between physical and biological components of the environment is called, what is it called? Ecosystem. Or here is given, the ecosystem is an ecological unit consisting of both living and non-living components of the environment. The interrelationship between living and non-living components of the environment is ecosystem. What are they writing now? Which subject is that? Which subject is that? You want to get 2 6 slabs? One work at a time. That's why I arrange this time. And you are busy in writing your Nikki sir. And Isneha. Make back straight. You also write later. Don't write now. While playing with your display. Keep done. We are discussing. Most of us are discussing and they are busy in copying other works. Why? Homework must be done at home. Not yet. So components of ecosystem, biotic components, abiotic say here. Abiotic means non-living components. What are they? Air. Next one, solar energy. This तरह से है abiotic component. Next one, soil, abiotic component. She will say, sir, some plants are going in soil. So soil is living component. And what is next one? Water. Who are there? And what are the biotic components? Living components. They are producer, consumer. Producer, they are capable of making their food. Green plants. Consumer, they obtain food from other organisms. They cannot manufacture. Consumers can be categorized into how many groups? 3 groups, right? What are they? Primary consumer, next one secondary consumer, and the last one is tertiary consumer. Especially how to make our concept clear. Primary consumer, herbivores. Secondary consumer, omnivores. Tertiary consumer, carnivores. Carnivores feed on flesh of other organisms. They don't eat grass. Next one is decomposer. Decomposers, what do? They decompose or decay or convert complex food material into simpler one. Mainly there are 2 examples. One, bacteria. Second, fungi. Bacteria and fungi. Here is the next heading. What is that? Trophic level and food chain and food web. So the producer-consumer arrangement is known as trophic structure. When we arrange producer and consumer, then we call it trophic structure. Like we can make like this. One pyramid is drawn. In one pyramid, what is written? So then this is trophic structure. Eh? At last, what is at the base? What is there? What is here? Producer. Here is primary consumer. What is this? Secondary consumer. What is this? Tertiary consumer. This is trophic structure. What is this? Relationship means arrangement of producer and consumer. This down is producer, others are consumers. And in which level they lie, that is the trophic level. Like this is first trophic level, this is second trophic level, this one is third trophic level, this one is fourth trophic level. Structure and this one. So like plants, they belong to first trophic level. Herbivores, cow, zebra, elephant, primary consumer. Jackal, fox, wolf, secondary consumer. Lion, tiger, hawk, 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 eagle, they are tertiary consumers. Here is the ecological pyramid, trophic structure, and trophic level. Now, what is here? Food chain. What do you mention? Food chain. How do you define food chain? What is the definition of food chain? Children, here is here. What is given? The transfer of energy and materials in the form of food from one trophic level to another trophic level by the repeated process of eating and being eaten. Repeated process of eating means one eats another, then another is eaten by another one. I mean, primary consumers eat producers, but primary consumers are eaten by secondary consumers. Secondary consumers are eaten by tertiary consumer. Secondary consumer eats primary consumer. In that way, one is eaten by another one. But here you can see one food chain. Grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grasshopper is eaten by frog. Frog is eaten by snake. See, why do they eat each other? For food, right? For food. Because food contains energy. Energy transmits from one to another. Food web. In nature, we don't get single food chain. The food chains are interconnected. One food chain is connected with another one, and that is called food web. What is the definition of food web? I said not to write, miss. What is the definition? A network of food chains interconnected at various trophic levels. Wave, in your wave, I think they are connected in different places. Here also, so many food chains are there. They are connected in different trophic levels. Some are connected in primary consumer, some secondary consumer, some tertiary consumer, like this. And next one is types of ecosystem. Mainly, how many types of ecosystem are there? Two types. What are they? Water ecosystem and land, or aquatic ecosystem and terrestrial ecosystem. Diagram you can see here. When such aquatic or terrestrial ecosystem comes, what to mention? You have to mention abiotic factors. Then biotic factors. In biotic, what are the producers, consumers, and decomposers? They differ in plants and animals. Here is the diagram as well. See, they are eaten, and there is transfer of food. Here, there, land ecosystem also there. Diagram you have to remember. And adverse effect of climate change and global warming. Day by day, the temperature is increasing. See, I think 2 days back there was heavy rainfall. Yes or no? Earlier, there used to be heavy rainfall during Shravan month only, and sometimes during which month? Bhadra. But last time there was heavy rainfall on the month of which one? Ashwin. Last time, I think 3 or 4 years back, there was heavy rainfall during Kartik one also. I had to go to visit Kalingchok temple in Dolakar. So much heavy rainfall, very difficult to reach. Now it happens. It's all because of climate change and global warming. Earth's temperature is increasing day by day. Because of that, organisms are also affected. Because of climate change, three things we have noticed. What are they? Migration of organisms. They migrate from one place to another one. And sometimes they cannot survive, they extinct, disappear. And next one, they show behavior change. Behavior change one. And here is interaction among living things. Some are benefit, both are benefited. In some, no effect, but there is benefit. In some, both are harmed. On that basis, here are some things like mutualism and symbiosis. Both are benefited. And commensalism, in one no benefit, another benefit. And harm and benefit is also there. One is harmed, another benefited. That is predation and parasitism. And what is next one? Both are harmed. What is that? Competition. That means How many types are there? 5 types. Mutualism or symbiosis, commensalism, predation and parasitism. Next one, competition. Right? Okay. So, what are the examples? Look at here. Predation. I think both are harm, right? In predation, what happens? One animal eats another one. Predation, what is here? Predation, where can we see? Oh, one is harmed, another is benefited. In predation, suppose if tiger eats deer, which one is benefited? Tiger is benefited. Which one is harmed? Deer. No effect, nothing. Like commensalism. Last time or now also this discussed. If the cow is grazing, cow just keeps on grazing here and there. Cow's main duty is to feed on the grass, right? But some of the birds come near to cow, right? And they start eating the insects when that come out from that grass because some insect they hide over there. Why are sleeping miss? Stand up, stand up. झुम बराबर झुम सराबी, तुम बराबर तुम सराबी, झुम झुम. Why? Pull your ears like this. 10 times down. Yeah, 1, 2. This is very good technique. Eh? If you are feeling quite sleepy, simply stand up and pull down. No need to catch and sit there. Catching the sitting, that is not the good idea. 1, 2, 10 times. This side. 1, 2, 10 times. Up. 10 times. Dimag Changa. What will be there? Otherwise, you will get Pandu Ranga. Understood or not? Be fresh. I didn't say this. Go that side. Ashwin Maharaj, please come this side. Arina Liji Maharani will stand over there. How she will sit? She is very lazy. Zoom. What is this? Okay. So when those egrets move here and there, they'll get chance to eat that insects. So there is no effect for cow, but benefit for egrets, a kind of birds, right? So symbiosis, here lichens, they are sitting together, and some of the bacteria living our stomach, they do not harm us, but they get benefit from the food. Sorry? Symbiosis, here you can see. Here, this one. This one is symbiosis and mutualism. Why not?
No, that is the figure of license.
Lichens. Lichen means it is the combined form of algae and fungi. So, what do? Fungus provides habitat and supplies water to algae, and the algae prepares food by the process of photosynthesis. One is helped by another one, and this what you say, litmus paper that is made by using litmus. Not litmus. Litmus paper is made by using lichen. Now litmus paper is used by using litmus. What a joke! Litmus paper means that is the kind of indicator, and it has got other functions also for making different medicine also. Lichens, actually it grows in the rocks, so people they collect it and they make medicines. Directly it has no use, right? Directly no use, but if it is processed, then. So now next one, commensalism, competition. Look at here. Competition, two type of competition: intra-specific and inter-specific. Two animals are fighting here, and some other different organisms are fighting here. That is the thing, and the chapter is completed. Now we are going to discuss another chapter. What is that? Force and motion. In force and motion, what did you discuss? You had discussed about balance force and what is that? Unbalanced force. Next one, scalar quantity and vector quantity. Next, uniform and non-uniform motion. If equal distances travel in equal interval of time, what is that? uniform motion. Like see, the person is traveling, his speed is same. His speed is 2 meter per second in 1 second, 2 meter per second in 1 second. Uniform motion. But here, 0 meter, 2 meter, 4 meter, 6 meter, this is non-uniform. And our motion is uniform or non-uniform? Non-uniform. But you have seen the planes, airplanes, when they travel, their speed is same, because there is no any thing that disturb their motion, right? When they are in sky, but later on again when they are going to land, then again their speed will decrease. Some numerical problems in this graph also you have to remember: velocity, time graph, distance, time graph, and especially here what to remember? Subhat. What do you remember? SUBAT. What is S? What is S? Distance traveled or covered. What is U? What is T? What is A? What is V? Final velocity. These things also you have to remember. Here we have to remember. First, read first point. What is it? When a body is thrown vertically upward, the final velocity at a maximum height is how much? 0. When a body is allowed to fall vertically downward, the initial velocity will be 0 and acceleration will be, or acceleration due to gravity is positive. Value of retardation is always negative. Okay, so what are those different formulae? Could you remember? V equals to U plus AT. But if a body is falling, what is the formula? V equals to, you say, what are you doing? V equals to U plus DT. काम करो एकातिर कुम्लो हो कि अर्कोतिर केटा focus. We are discussing his in counting the number of words inside the book. Next, S equals to UT plus half AT square, or H equals to half GT square. B square equals to U square plus 2AS. B square equals to 2GS. This formula you have to remember. And next thing you have to learn about inertia and mass. Mass and inertia. What is inertia? What is inertia? Yeah, the property due to which a body remains in its own state for a long time. If a body is at rest, remains at rest. If a body is at motion, remains at motion. How many types of inertia are there? 3 types of inertia. What are they? Inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. 3 types of inertia are there, right? An example, remember. And again, Newton's of the 3 laws are there. What are they? First law of motion, second law of motion, third law of motion. First law of motion is called law of inertia. It defines force. What does first law of motion state? Everybody, a bit loudly, continues in the state of rest or uniform motion applied on it. Okay. Second law of motion, what does it say? Yeah, here is given. Acceleration produced in the body is directly proportional to the force applied to it in the direction of motion and inversely proportional to its mass. From Newton's first law, what are you writing, boy? Stand up and you also do meditation. Sushil Chand. Pulling ears, boy. Yeah, 10 times. Okay. If you cannot pull, then you can request me. I am very smart in pulling the ear. Patang! Patang sound will come while pulling also. Then you will be okay. Lazy girl, lazy boy. Okay. From Newton's second law of motion, we will get one formula. See, please, second law of motion. Suppose a body is moving in a straight line, okay, and we apply some force. What is that? F. Applied force is F. Acceleration produced on it is A. When we apply some force, a body starts moving, and automatically its velocity will change. If there is rate of change in velocity, that is called acceleration. Then Newton's second law of motion says acceleration is directly proportional to force. More force, more acceleration. Like my motorbikes, when I apply the accelerator a bit faster, I will introduce more, then it travels faster. Acceleration will increase. And second says acceleration is inversely proportional to mass. If I am traveling in my bike alone, there is some acceleration, right? When I keep my wife, then acceleration will increase or decrease. Bike will start traveling faster. I think it will decrease, isn't it? So if mass increases, acceleration decreases. If force increases, acceleration increases. So these two conditions we have to see. Acceleration is directly proportional to force. Acceleration is inversely proportional to mass. This sign is called proportional to. What is it called? If the terms lie in same line, they are directly proportional. If they lie in up and down position, that is inversely proportional. Then E proportional to F by M, F equals to MA, then F equals to KMA. Why K is kept here? Because proportional to sign must be removed by using equals to and one constant K. And they have supposed if A is 1, F is 1, M is 1, then K will be 1. Finally, they have written F equals to MA. This formula is very important. And in this chapter, we have learned 4-5 formulae. Those 4-5 formulae are very, very important for solving the numerical problems. And if you start solving such type of numerical problems in your own way, then it will be easy when you go in grade 11, grade 12, if you take science. And you may say that, sir, I don't want to take science, I want to do management, this and that. There is also mathematics. Mathematics is very, very essential. And our life becomes incomplete in the absence of mathematics. So remember. And third law of motion is very easy. What do you say? To every action there is equal and opposite direction. You are sitting, so that is the best example of third law of motion. You are applying some force downward, bench is applying some force upward, balance sitting. So if 10% sit in that bench, it may break. That means Newton third law of motion doesn't apply. So many examples are there. And next one is elasticity and plasticity. In elasticity and plasticity, we have to learn one force, deformed force. What is that? When we apply some force on a body, its size little bit changes. That force is called deformed. And when we leave that deformed force, then if the body's position comes to the original, that is plasticity, otherwise it is elasticity. And the chapter is what? Completed. So these two chapters must be completed now, and in next period we'll be discussing some other portions also. I'll give you work. Right now, your duty is to read, because today we'll discuss one more topic in next period, and work will be given. Now reading time. At that time, they will be writing. Okay. So please, everybody, sit down. All were sitting except you also to sit down and open your mind. What to do? And read. Okay? Please continue.